My name is Benjamin Mertz. I'm an artist, an activist, and a teacher of Black history and of Black spiritual music. Today I'm going to talk to you about music and healing. Music is an essential part of the human condition. Music and creating art, being an expressive person is essential to what we are and to human nature. And so whenever we encounter struggle, whenever we encounter adversity in our lives, it is essential that we have a creative, artistic component to how we are coping with and dealing with challenging situations. I teach from the Black spiritual music tradition, and so this is a tradition coming out of American slavery, in which these songs of freedom and struggle and challenging adversity and making it up the rough side of the mountain and making it across the waters were all a part of how a group of people survived through one of the great human catastrophes in recent history. And so what music is able to do is it's able to push us through those when we have a common song that we sing together, just like when we have a common language that we speak. It empowers us to reach across to one another, to hold hands. There may not be a civil rights movement without We Shall Overcome. There may not be a civil rights movement without I'm on my way to freedom land. And so these pieces of music are not just an interesting piece of history. These pieces of music are how large groups of people got into those marches and made it through when being attacked by dogs or by fire hoses. And that music has worked that way throughout history. And I believe that we can still utilize music in order to understand one another better and empower each other to make it through difficult times. Music has helped me heal in many ways. Music helps all of us heal in many ways. And it's more than just music, it's creating art. If art didn't matter, then we would all wear the same exact clothes in the same exact colors and live in houses that had nothing up on the walls. If music didn't matter, we wouldn't listen to it. If art didn't matter, we wouldn't watch television, we wouldn't watch movies. I don't know what human life would be without art. And so the process of healing from trauma needs to have a creative, artistic, expressive component to it. It is essential. For some of us, that's journaling. For some of us, that's writing. For some of us, that's dance. For some of us, that's just listening to music. My hope is that for some of us, it can also be singing music, because singing, participating in music, making a joyful noise, creating sound with our bodies is an important part of how we feel and become fully human. Human society has always had music around each of these important moments throughout our lives. When people are born in traditional societies, there is music surrounding that. When people come of age in traditional societies, there is music surrounding that. When people become married, there is music surrounding that. There's celebration, there's dance. When people die, there is music surrounding that as well. And so there's a fundamental understanding within human beings that the way that we survive is by having a soundtrack to our lives. Part of the way that we survive is by art making being what we're doing with our hands, with our bodies, with our feet. Sometimes we get into this mindset that we are just our language, we're just our words, that we're just essentially talking heads on top of non-existent bodies. But we need to live fully as human beings, which means understanding that we dance, that we sing, that we create art, that all of these aspects of humanity make us who we are. And that if we cut those pieces off, if we say, oh, I'm not a singer, oh, I'm not an artist, oh, I'm not a musician, oh, I'm not a dancer, the more of those pieces that we cut off from ourselves, the less truly ourselves we become, the less human we become, the more divorced we become from our own wellspring of creativity and joy that makes us who we are.